Welcome back. It is that time again for us to work on our Block Mania block. This block is for December and it is called Wish Upon a Star. I've already done one video showing you how I sketched it and drew it, so make sure you check out that video. I'll put the link below. But this video is all about how we're going to make it. So we're going to try a new product today called Hot Fix Adhesive. The video I watched on this product said that it was meant for cutters like the Cricut maker that I'm going to use today to cut our project, and that it's permanent. Now I'm still going to finish the edges because I'm old school and that's what I do, but I want to try this product out. I'll show you how well it comes out and we're going to go from there. So first up is to get all of our pieces prepped to cut on the Cricut. Alright, so we have all our pieces cut. We're ready to assemble our bear or build a bear. This is the placement drawing with the pattern. I'm using my Appli-Fuse mat. I have my iron on and we're ready to go. So the first thing we need to do is peel the paper off of our shapes as we build them. And this is using Hot Fix. This is the first time I'm using it, so let's see how it works for building. It stayed on the fabric. That's always a bonus. See, you can just scratch the back with a pin. It creates like a crack and peel. And the paper releases beautifully from the fusible. So Hot Fix gets another gold star there. That worked great. Now we have the papers off our shapes. Let's start building our bear. So you always start with the smallest elements first and build up to the largest. So that means we're going to do the eyes first. And I'm looking at the drawing to know what goes first and what order these pieces go. And on these tinier pieces, using a straight pin to kind of help you figure it out. Okay, and when they're really tiny like this, it helps to press it as you build it. Alright, so we're going to move this eye out of the way and we're going to build this one. Alright, then his little nose. I think I've decided it's a he. Okay, so there is, oops, so the nose moved on me. Let's see, oh, it's sticking to itself now. Alright, so you do have a little bit of play. Okay, now to do the face, I want to make sure my eyes are in the right spot, so I'm going to just pull this back, and I kind of creased it here and here. Okay, there's his little face. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put his belly down and his feet, because the feet overlap the belly and I can see the feet under the body. So this, by doing this, I can now use the feet as a guide to position the belly. So I'm going to put this under, yep, this goes under his chin. Okay, there's that. So now with this, I can align the feet here, and that will drop the body, or the tummy fur, right where it needs to go on the bear. Like that. So no guesswork there. Then this guy gets kind of tucked under here. And this guy goes over here. Okay, there is our little bear. So right now it's hard to see all the elements. I'm going to stitch it in a darker color so the arm will pop out and the feet will pop out, and I might just draw a circle in the feet to do the little pads and just embroider those in. So there is our little guy. Now we need to make our star, and for the star, you can't see the face, so I didn't give you a placement drawing, but I do have the original drawing so I can look at that to guesstimate how the eyes go. So we're going to build the eyes first. And there is no left or right eye. These are both the same eye. Okay, so there are the two eyes looking up. Now this eye is in the back, this eye is in the front, and it's just, this one gets tilted a little. And there's his little nose. So there. Alright, so there's the star. Now we're going to bring our little bear over. And he just sits up on the shoulder. But before I do that, we're going to pull over my background, because I don't want to put the bear too high on the star and have it not, come off the edge. So this goes, and remember you have a 1/4 inch seam allowance on all 4 sides, so that may look wider than that, but you have your seam allowance there. And this isn't tilted as that far. And then we have our little see how close that is to the top? We want to make sure. It's kind of nice this stuff has a little tack to it so pieces aren't sliding on me. Okay, so there's that. Now we got to put her little face on. And then once you're happy with everything, which I will play with this forever if I don't get it pressed here, go ahead and press it down. Now that he's all pressed and built, now we're going to draw on the smile and the eyebrows and the bear smile. And I'm using an iron out pencil. There we go. So now we have to pick our threads and we can get this stitched down. So as for pressing with Hot Fix, it all seemed to stick down nicely. It had a little bit of tack, so that was great. And it just held it down. It doesn't seem to be popping up at all, which is wonderful. So now we need some threads. All right, so we have our block all put together. I have drawn the mouth and the eyes using a Frixion pen. I'm going to machine embroider over those, and then I'm going to use this thread to outline both the pink and the raspberry and to do the machine embroidery. It's not as harsh as black, but it will blend everything together. And then I'll use black on the black and white on the white as we do every month. So once I get this stitched, I will let you know how Hot Fix works there. As for doing the applique and ironing and positioning it, it was wonderful. It has a little bit of tack so your pieces don't slide. Everything seems to be sticking down lovely. And the paper peeled off of it great. So now the last test is to see how much, if at all, it gums up my needle or if it just sews beautifully without any interference with the stitches. So let's try that out. Alright, so here is our Wish Upon a Star block all stitched. I did change a couple of things. I had actually stitched the whole bear in the raspberry thread we picked, and he still wasn't popping, so I actually went over it again with black, just so he had some definition and you could tell where his arms and his feet separated. I have to say I was thrilled with the Hot Fix. It did not gum up my needle. It sewed just as nicely as it pressed to the back of the fabric. I was able to use it in the Cricut cutter with no issues.
I was then able to press everything down, and it stayed down even while I was quilting. Pieces weren't popping up, and then it did not gum up my needle. So I will definitely be using Hot Fix in the future, and I would recommend you give it a try as well. I hope you've enjoyed this month's block Wish Upon a Star, and make sure to check out the blog post with all of the links to all the other great star blocks from other designers this month. I will put that link below, and I thank you for watching.
I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, make sure you like and subscribe below. You can find the Whimsical Workshop on our website, thewhimsicalworkshop.com, and that has all links to all of our other social media platforms. Thanks for joining us.